everyone! What's up? Kamusta tang tanan? You're watching our weekly guide for our family devotional here in Kids Church Online. Welcome to all the first-timers and welcome back to those who came back here again. I'm Vince and I'm here to help you out in our family devotional. It's such an honor to serve God through Kids Church alongside our kids pastors and teachers. Just a quick briefing of what our family devotional is. To our first-timers here, this is a tool we bring you to bond as a family and teach your kids about the goodness of God in the Bible and in our lives. We are thankful that you are here with us to really equip the next generation to become fully devoted followers of Christ. Thank you for partnering with us. Aside from our weekly family devotionals, we also have other materials posted here in our Kids Church Online webpage. We have our praise dance headed by our kids teachers here in Mandaue. We have our victory group online for kids registration forms. So if you want your kids to get connected with other kids their age and can relate to one another talking about God, life, and everything under the sun, go ahead and register below. We also have our one-to-one booklets for ages 10 plus. It's readily available to download below. Now, as we are in another week of the month of July, we are facing our new series entitled My Playlist. As we jump-started it last week, now we are going to have our week 2 of the series. Last week, we talked about the Psalms message of what to do when we are afraid or in time of trouble. There, we have learned that even in danger, we must look to God and must all the more draw near to Him. And this week, we will be talking about times when we have done something wrong. To begin, let's have an activity with our kids to connect it to our topic. Pick out a designated area in your home to clean. Leave that area unclean for several days, up to a week before your planned activity day. The messier it is, the better. On the activity day, tell the kids we are going to clean this area for our home. We will all work together and everyone will have something to do. You can assign age-appropriate tasks to your kids. After cleaning, congratulate everyone for a job well done. Then say, which do you think is more fun, to mess up a clean place or to clean up a messy place? Let the kids answer. You know, this is just like our hearts. God gives us a clean heart, but we mess it up with sin. Let's learn about this in David's life. Sin is when you've done something wrong. Sin is ugly, but all people sin. Even David, our favorite Bible character this month, David did something wrong in the eyes of God. He sinned big time. In the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, David took someone's wife and he sent her husband to the front lines during wartime to be killed. How horrible! But when Nathan, the prophet, pointed it out to him, David was deeply sorry for what he did. In the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verses 1 to 6, he came to God with a humble heart, seeking mercy. So let's read it. God, be merciful to me because you are loving, because you are always ready to be merciful. Wipe out all my wrongs, wash away all my guilt and make me clean again. I know about my wrongs, I can't forget my sin. You are the one I have sinned against. I have done what you say is wrong, so you are right when you speak. You are fair when you judge me. I was brought into this world in sin. In sin, my mother gave birth to me. You want me to be completely truthful, so teach me wisdom. No, David did not make excuses for his mistakes. He knew he made God very sad and he was very sorry. Although he sinned, he knew one very important truth about God. God is merciful and loving. David believed that. Now, after reading this, gather up with your kids in huddle time to talk about it. You can ask them the following questions. If your kids are 2 to 6 years old, ask them, who picks you up from school or kids' church? Are you sure that she or he will come pick you up every time she or he says so? Have you ever done something your parents told you not to do? Do you think it is right to do it? If your kids are 7 to 12 years old, you may ask them, who cooks your food? Do you trust the person who cooks your food puts only good ingredients that will be good for your health? What is the first thing you do when you know you've done something wrong? After that, allow them to ask you questions such as, who are the people you trust the most? Have you ever done something you know is wrong? What did you do about it? Whenever we do something wrong, we often want to hide it from others. But the truth is, it is always better to tell a person you can trust than to keep it hidden. We tell someone so they can help us learn from it. And the best person we can run to is God. We can trust Him and tell Him what we did. God knows everything we did, whether we come to Him or not. He knows what's in our hearts. When He sees what we are truly sorry for what we did, He will forgive us. At this point, you may be thinking, so I can just sin and sin because God will forgive us? First and foremost, you cannot trick God. He knows if you are already making a fool out of Him. So He knows when you are truly sorry and when you are not. Secondly, David did horrible things, and what happened? He also experienced horrible consequences or effects because of the sin he did. That is why we should still be careful even though we know God will forgive us. But then again, God will forgive us if we are truly sorry. Looking at your meaningful discussion, have a quick time of prayer with your kids. There also is a prayer guide in our family devotional material below. It's best to end things in direct communion with God. If you want to discover more about our topic and things we do in undoing our mistakes, take a look at our family devotional material. It has a lot to tell. Yeah! We have finally concluded our family devotional for this week. Thank you, parents and guardians, for being here with us and making an effort for your kids to know God more. See you next week for our third installment of the My Playlist series. Have a great week.